What's going on with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy, John Mike. And today I just got these in I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. The Sennheiser. Anyway, HD 200 Pros. I've been itching to try these out. I got them in today, ordered them and got them in. And so I've been rocking with these HD 280s by Sennheiser for the last, man, 6, 7 years. I've had these since 2010, and you can hear I got stuff, rattling around in there. So I've had these forever, and they've done me right. I've used the HDs, the 280s for mixing for years, and so it came down to the time for me to get some more headphones. So I needed to make a choice on what I needed, and so I saw that they had these new ones out, the 200 Pros, and I said to myself, well, let me try those over the 280s because I've had great experience with the 280s, and this is supposed to be like the new version, I guess, of the 280s. They still make the 280s, but I've heard that these, just from reading reviews and different things, that these were just as comparable, if not sounding better than the 280s. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this box, unboxing, yada, yada, yada. Let's see here. We'll get this open. You got a couple of pieces of, tape or whatever here that we need to kind of cut through. I'll just use a key here to kind of cut through that little piece there. Well, try not to tear up the box. I know there's probably an easier way to do this. Yeah, I'm sure there is. There we go. Cut that. And that should get it open. And let's see what we got in the box here. Rest of the box, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. Rest of the box is kind of empty there. And you got there, voila. There it is, really nice packaging, somewhat. Don't know what that does, but really simple packaging, I should say. Let's see how we can break this open. There we go. And yeah, that's just some, okay, there's the manual. Oh great, then it comes with a little adapter already in it. There's the adapter right there. And a little manual, I guess, with your warranty information. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is the build quality. It's very beautiful, very kind of elegant kind of look and feel. So I'm really anxious to see how these compare against my 280s. So I'm gonna kind of pop them off, and well, I'm gonna pop this off and pop them in. All right, so I've been using these for the last few weeks in several different ways and several different applications. I've done some mixing with these. I've used these for different live applications, listening, took them out on the road with me for different things that I've been doing over the past few weeks. And I'm very impressed with the level of clarity in detail that they provide. They are very comparable to what I've used up to this point, which is my Sennheisers as well. These are the HD 280s. I've used these for several years as reference mixing. Now, one thing that I can say about these is that they lack a little bit on the high end, but it's still pretty much a flat response. But the high end is pretty much a whole lot better and a little bit more defined on these, on the 280s, as they more than they are here. And then I can push the 280s a little bit harder without distortion than I can these. So I noticed that as KVAT. So these aren't exact replicas or anything like that of the 280s. They lack a little bit of the high-end response, and a little bit of that might be, I know there is what they call, I've been hearing about it at least, a period of what they call burn-in for headphones, where you have to have them for a certain amount of time, and enough audio, a certain amount of audio, hours of audio has to pass through the headphones before they get a kind of break-in period, you know what I mean? And they sound different after a certain, maybe someone who has more experience and technical knowledge in that area can enlighten the brother on that. But that's what I've heard. But out the box, I don't get the same high-end response that I get out of the 280s. So I really, as far as mixing, I still go for my 280s, but these are a great secondary pair reference that I have been able to use in terms of mixing. But they are great. I've done some great mixes on this over the last few weeks that have turned out really, really good just using these. So you don't want to discount them for mixing. I would still recommend them if you need a nice lower budget alternative to the 280s, which in my opinion have become the standard, at least for me. I haven't experienced anything above the 280s, but comparison to the 280s, these work and sound amazing. And the low end is just as good. Now, the low end on these versus the low end on the 280s is pretty much identical, at least to my ears. And usually that's what I use my headphones for, is to, because I don't have a sub here in this room that I record in and mix in. I don't have a sub, so I need something to reference my low end, and usually what I do, I use headphones to reference my low end. So that's pretty much my take on these joints. Check them out. Link is in the description. And you know how we do. Hit all of those buttons that do stuff on the video. The like button, the share button, the comment button, and all of that good stuff like that. And we'll talk to you guys on the next stream. I'm out. Holla at your boy.